B-roll is one of the easiest ways to make your videos more engaging, but if you're brand new to making videos, it can be hard to know what you're supposed to film and how it fits into the edit. So in this video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you how I would shoot and edit simple B-roll for YouTube.
You gotta just press record.
Welcome back to Think Media, Nate here. Now before we start filming, let's quickly define what A-roll and B-roll is. A-roll is the main video and audio that carries the message. So just as I'm sitting here talking to the camera, this would be considered my A-roll. B-roll is the extra footage you place over your A-roll to help show what you are talking about. So let's say I'm talking about a camera. Instead of you just staring at my face the entire time, I can cut to close-up shots of the camera or examples of footage I shot with the camera. That would be considered B-roll. And the reason B-roll is so helpful is it gives your viewer something visual to look at. It can make your videos easier to understand, more interesting to watch, and it can help your edit feel a lot smoother. Now, if you've never shot B-roll for your video, it can probably seem a bit intimidating, but it's actually very simple once you get the hang of it. And I'm actually going to show you how I approach filming B-roll for a video about the Canon PowerShot V10. So I want to do a quick video highlighting 3 features of why I think this is such a great vlogging camera for beginners. And anytime I'm filming a new video, I like to start off by shooting the A-roll section first. So I'll film my talking head portion first, and then later grab the B-roll to supplement the video. So I'm going to quickly record my A-roll for this video, and that way I can move on to the B-roll. So now that I've recorded the A-roll, my job is pretty simple. I just need to get B-roll that shows the things I've already talked about. For this example, I need footage of the flip up screen, the built-in kickstand, and some way to convey that this camera has a built-in ND filter. Now I'll probably record a few additional shots just to help tie in the video all together, but I have a pretty solid list and now I'm ready to go shoot my B-roll. Alright, so I converted my A-roll filming desk to now my B-roll station. I got my lights all placed together and we have the Canon PowerShot V10 right here on display. Now the first shot I want to get is showing the flip up screen. So as you can see right here, this is kind of what the shot will look like. And I'm just gonna like act in front of the camera. So I'm gonna like pull up the flip up screen. So what I'll do is start with it closed, wait a few seconds, and then I'll come in and adjust this up. And there we go. And now I'll try a version where I'm closer up on just the screen. So let's bring this a little bit closer. Yeah, that's nice. It's always good to get a variety of angles. So let's go right there. And I'm actually going to turn my manual focus setting so it's not changing. So let's go ahead and redo that. And that's the first shot done. Now the second feature I mentioned is the kick out stand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with it folded. I'm going to pull it out and then set it down because I talk about it kind of being a tripod or without needing a tripod. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll start off here, pull it out and just rest it. And then the last feature I talk about is the ND filter. Now this is kind of less obvious of what you actually show. So what I'm going to do is pull up the menu where you actually see the ND filter setting. And then maybe I'll just like point to it. And I thought I would try it just showing the front screen so you can actually see something on display. So let's go ahead here and I'll just rock through the few different settings. And I think that is good. I'm gonna grab a few more like hero shots, kind of getting some camera movements. That way you can have a little bit of extra footage, which is another tip. Have some extra footage in case you need something to cover the edit. So that's just about all the B-roll we need for this video. Let's go ahead into our editing program and start placing our B-roll. Now that we shot some great looking B-roll, I do want to mention a few other resources. If you don't want to necessarily record all your B-roll or can't, there are times when you need some extra B-roll like stock footage to help complete your edit. And that's where today's sponsor, Storyblocks, comes in. Storyblocks gives you unlimited access to high quality stock footage, motion graphics, music, sound effects, images, and more, all under one predictable subscription cost. One thing I appreciate about Storyblocks is that their library is built by real creators, so footage and assets come from actual artists and filmmakers. Anytime I need some additional footage, I just go to storyblocks.com, type in exactly what I want, download the clip, bring it into my editor, and I'm good to go. If you want to try Storyblocks, they're offering 15% off any annual plan for a limited time, so head to storyblocks.com/thinkmedia or check out the link in the description. So now we're in our editor. I'm using DaVinci Resolve for this video, but you can use whatever editing software. It's the same principle. So here I have my A-roll in the timeline. As you can see, it's on this first track, and I'm talking about this camera. And up here, I have my B-roll. I shot this all in one take. You can probably just do separate takes for each B-roll shot. But what we're gonna do is first go to our first talking point, which is when I flip open the screen. First, it has a flip up screen. So I'm gonna pause right there. Let's click on our B-roll. And I'm gonna find the part where I talk about flipping open the screen. And let's go here. I'm gonna select I to select an endpoint, and then O on my keyboard once this is done. Click O, and now I'm going to grab just the video part by clicking this symbol and just drag it right on top. So now if I play this back, first it has a flip up screen so you can see yourself, check your, I might move that forward a little bit more. Vlogging. First it has a flip up screen so you can see yourself, check your framing, make sure you, and then I'll probably go to the close-up as well that we filmed. Boom, and then I'll bring that in as well. So I placed my wide angle shot and then I cut into the close-up on the action. So let's go ahead and play this back. First, it has a flip up screen so you can see yourself, check your framing, make sure your settings look right while you are recording. Second, it has a built-in kickstand so you can set. That looks good. Now let's go to the second part where I talk about the kickstand. So I'm going to scroll through here. And then I'll layer that on top of the second clip here. Recording. Second, it has a built-in kickstand so you can set this down on a table and start filming without needing a tripod. And third, which is my favorite, it has a built-in ND filter, which is helpful. All right, now I've said the ND filter. So now I'll scroll through here, go to the menu, and we'll stop right there. So I want to say ND filter. It has a built-in ND filter. And then I'll cut to seeing the example, place that as well. And that is our B-roll placed onto our video. One thing you may have noticed is I have two jump cuts in my A-roll. So when I play this back, it suddenly cuts because I had made a mistake and I removed that part out. But when we add in B-roll, we can hide those cuts by just placing B-roll on top of it, and it feels a lot smoother. So now that we have our B-roll in place, let's take a look at the finished video. The Canon PowerShot V10 is such a great little camera for beginners who want to start vlogging. First, it has a flip up screen so you can see yourself, check your framing, and make sure your settings look right while you are recording. Second, it has a built-in kickstand so you can set this down on a table and start filming without needing a tripod. And third, which is my favorite, it has a built-in ND filter, which is helpful if you are filming outside as it darkens your image and helps make your motion look more natural. Now, before you go film your own B-roll, I want to share a few tips that have helped me along the way. First, hold on to your shots longer than you think. Even if you think you're only going to use 2 or 3 seconds in the final edit, record your clips for around 10 seconds. That way you have enough room to trim the best part of the shot. There are often times when I want to show a clip a little bit longer and wish I had enough room, so you'll thank yourself if you just record for a little bit longer. The second tip is to add some camera movement. This could be setting your camera on a tripod and doing a slow pan. Maybe it's a subtle handheld move. I like to use this motorized slider that helps me really dial in and get these very subtle cinematic shots. You don't need something this fancy, but just starting out by adding in a little bit of camera movement can make your shots feel more intentional. And the third tip is to shoot some of your B-roll at higher frame rates like 60 frames per second. If you're editing on a 24 frames per second timeline, you can slow down your 60 frames per second footage down to 40%. And this is really helpful if you are filming handheld or quickly on the go. This really helps smooth out your B-roll and gives you more footage to work with. And lastly, if you want to learn more about editing in DaVinci Resolve, watch this video next where I walk you through the full process of editing a YouTube video from start to finish.